on this. Look at the people who got released. I only mentioned a few of them earlier, but I found out that Ruby Riot and Buddy Murphy and some other girl I didn't know were also released. But Buddy Murphy, to me, had a lot of potential in the WWE. Being a former cruiserweight champion, defeating Daniel Bryan on an episode of SmackDown, great wrestler, great in-ring psychology, had a five-star match with Roman Reigns. And I found out he got released too, but they weren't. He was like with Rey Mysterio's family and the whole Rey Mysterio's daughter, Buddy Murphy affair kind of thing. I don't know. I didn't understand the whole storyline. What's up, Proud King? How you doing? But like Buddy Murphy, I felt deserved so much better from the WWE. Like I said, having great matches. I guess he was another wrestler who they didn't really know what to do with him at the same time. Appreciate that, man. Much love to you. But Buddy Murphy, in my opinion, he never had a title shot, but he did compete against former world champions like Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan, like I said. Having a 5-star match with Cedric Alexander might be next to be released, you guys were mentioning. But Buddy Murphy kind of shocked me a little bit. Yeah, and you're right. It was a trash storyline. You're absolutely right. It was a garbage storyline. Didn't make any sense. I don't feel like they know how to start stories. Like, what you do is this. Back in the Attitude Era, they used to have rivalries where they'd fight for 3 months and have one normal match, a regular match, and a cage match and build a storyline. They could have had him feud with Baron Corbin or something, or feud with somebody. They could have had him feud with Rey Mysterio. I don't know. Anything. You got to put wrestlers with feuds to make a story that we're interested in. NXT Tag Team Champion, yeah. And I hope he does well in his future. Hope he goes to like New Japan Pro Wrestling or even AEW. Maybe he didn't have personality. Maybe that's why they didn't do nothing with him. Maybe that. I mean, he was dating Alexa Bliss too, wasn't he? Dating like Alexa Bliss or something, Ring of Honor, that'd be good for him. Ring of Honor would be good for him. Maybe Impact Wrestling. But I'm just saying, like, as talented as he was, the issue with wrestling, in my opinion, a lot of these guys don't have a whole lot of personality. They don't really know what to do with anybody. Like, it's all a joke to them. Help them progress in personality. Take notes on the Attitude Era. Me, I'm not Mr. Personality. I'm not the coolest guy ever, etc. But I can always practice personality and work on things. Yeah, exactly. Proud King knows storytelling. Tommy End in AEW. He always game by giving love. I appreciate that, man. If you're talking about me, I appreciate that. But I'm saying, as a wrestling observer, we're wrestling critics and observers. That's what we're not fans. We're observers, we're critics. We watch it to talk about how we would do things because we know it's not real. What they could have done with Buddy Murphy is maybe they could have made him a tag team with Rey Mysterio. I appreciate that, man. But they really didn't try to put him in any kind of storylines or do anything with him. He was known as Black. Hell, you got Aleister Black and Buddy Murphy and Braun Strowman and Ruby Riot and Alana and a bunch of great personalities and wrestlers who could go to great companies. Yeah, NXT, they have like a class for like promos, a promo class, Like Ricardo Rodriguez, he had a great personality. He was just a ring announcer. But he had a great personality. He got on your nerves as a heel. Like Santino Marella, great personality in wrestling, great comedic personality, but they took him as a joke. Alberto Del Rio. Like, you remember Ricardo Rodriguez, he made character out of that gimmick, and you even remember him announcing Alberto Del Rio. You even remember that. Now, Selena Vega, a great personality. They could do something with her. You have a great personality with Andrade, an A+ wrestler, in my opinion, or an A- wrestler. I think he's a pretty good wrestler. Yeah, he was even a wrestler. But Aleister Black, yeah, Aleister Black. Aleister Black, he has a personality. He was somebody in NXT. But again, all these great wrestlers who have personality, they don't do nothing with them. Aleister Black, he kind of just kicked. He was a kickboxer. But there's not a whole lot of personalities in wrestling. Problem is, people are so caught up in liking Paul Heyman so much because Paul Heyman's a great person. Now, if AEW had Paul Heyman, that would kill WWE in ratings. If any of these other promotions can get Paul Heyman involved, the WWE wouldn't stand a chance. If AEW had Paul Heyman, I would. And he was like a manager with like Kenny Omega or something. You're right, not a chance. But imagine Paul Heyman being MJF's manager. MJF can talk. He's not a bad wrestler, but imagine Paul Heyman being a manager for Hangman Page in AEW. That would be awesome. That would be so awesome. Like, you see Paul Heyman. Who's Tommy End? Tommy End? No. You guys were talking about him. I thought you were talking about Tommy Dreamer or something. Don't know Tommy End. But, in a way, if any of his promotions had Paul Heyman, they would destroy WWE in the ratings. But right now, personalities are a problem in wrestling. AEW's got some good personalities. I'll show you something. I even got me here a Hangman Page action figure because I'm a fan of Hangman Page. I like Hangman Page. I wish they did more with him. You know, this is a cool action figure. Yeah, I want to get the Pentagon Jr. one or the Dustin Reynolds, Phoenix or Dustin Reynolds one. Here's some pretty cool action figures. But, I know you're laughing at me, but still. Yeah, what's up, James? How you doing, man? I'm here talking about Buddy Murphy and other wrestlers and personalities and talking about the releases they had and what they could do with them. Now, I'm just saying, who do you look forward to watching in WWE right now? I can't think of anybody. Watch it like, but Adam Cole, NXT. Okay, you have NXT. Besides NXT, NXT doesn't count. Let's not talk about NXT. Let's talk about SmackDown and Raw. NXT, we're leaving out of this because NXT is not bad to me. I just don't like 2 hours of it. So let's talk about SmackDown and Raw. You got Roman Reigns. You got a Roman Reigns fan, the Tribal Chief. You got Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre. Let's take NXT out of the equation. I can enjoy NXT for the most part, but I do have some gripes about it. I mean, that's why they have pay-per-views like Money in the Bank, to get you to watch it. So there's going to be a guy holding on to this Money in the Bank briefcase here, and you're going to be questioning yourself and sticking in your mind, whoever wins this briefcase. Here's what the WWE does. We're going to have a Money in the Bank ladder match. Someone's going to hold on to this briefcase, and they're going to cash in as soon as possible. Okay? They're going to cash this in. So in our minds, we're saying to ourselves, when is he going to cash it in? I got to watch this pay-per-view to see if he cashes it in. That's how they manipulate you and get you. Now, they have Roman Reigns as the champion. They're gonna have Dave Meltzer. They're gonna leak things to him, and he'll start posting things on Bleacher Report saying, "Oh, Brock Lesnar might return. Brock Lesnar might return to Raw this week, or return at SummerSlam, or whatever." And oh, Aleister Black in AEW. Yeah, that'd be cool. How fast will AEW get a hold of these guys? Why would you think that Braun Strowman would leave the WWE? Why? But you see this here? This briefcase? It's losing to Drew McIntyre. Braun, you know what? I liked Braun Strowman. I thought Braun Strowman was okay to me. I enjoyed Braun Strowman. I had no problem with Braun Strowman whatsoever. I just don't know what, and I have my own opinion of Braun. I got my own opinion. He unsuccessfully cashed the Money in the Bank at Hell in a Cell because Brock Lesnar interfered. Braun Strowman's kind of one of those people you do or don't agree with. Yeah, we have our own opinions. I liked Braun. I thought Braun was pretty good. You're right. His promo skills were kind of off. I agree. He was all right for a guy his size. Let's talk about a guy his size, though, being in the ring. Okay? The thing about Braun Strowman was this. He got injured a little bit, and he had an attitude. He had an attitude problem, and like he came to work late. His ego got too big. I thought for a guy his size, he was a decent wrestler. You can't take a big guy and expect him to do so much. You know what I mean? You can't take a big guy and expect him to do everything. You can't do that. You just can't. Put this right here. Now, why would you think a big guy? Okay, what big guy is a good wrestler? Did you like the Big Show? Was the Big Show a good wrestler? He was all right. Pretty much. I was hoping Braun would beat Brock Lesnar. Everybody wanted Brock to lose. I wanted Samoa Joe to beat Brock Lesnar, and that didn't happen. Who, Braun? Braun should go to New Japan Pro Wrestling then, because they like big guys. Because that's how it is. Well, yeah, he's a part-timer because he's too big of a star. That's all it takes. They pay him like $400,000 an appearance and like millions of dollars a match because he's superstar Brock Lesnar. When you're in WWE, then you go to UFC and become a champion, you're already cementing your own legacy. Really think about it. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this much. As far as like big guys, I'm very disappointed in the booking of Brian Cage. Now, I get that Brian Cage is not everyone's favorite. But I felt Brian Cage was very, very good. I get he's average to some people. I get that in a way. He's not the best wrestler, but I mean, I felt Brian Cage was really good. I know he lost to Tessa Blanchard, but still. I understand that. I get that. But Brian Cage, to me, was very good. I just don't do nothing with him. I understand he was booked kind of horribly, but I mean, I just don't know. Now he's losing to everybody. Brian Cage is just, he's not, To me, it's not believable. You take a big guy who's athletic and do nothing with him. It makes me mad. I watched him in Impact Wrestling. He beat Bobby Lashley in his last match. I don't think putting the title on Tessa Blanchard was even a good idea. I understand making her maybe an X Division champion, but a world champion's ridiculous. That should have never ever happened in a million years. Giving Tessa Blanchard the title was just a bad idea. I get it. I get it, guys, but seriously, it's dumb. But yeah, Buddy Murphy got released. I wanted you guys' thoughts on that. I just saw it and I was like, oh, he got released. And you guys might have told me earlier, but I totally forgot. But thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna start watching my YouTube channel. I'm gonna watch other YouTube videos. Have a nice day. Subscribe if you want to. Your YouTube champ, Jackson Parker, says goodbye. And I'll talk to you guys maybe tomorrow. I got a title unboxing I'm doing. I got some other stuff I bought we could talk about. Got a lot to talk about. So peace out, everybody, and I'll see you guys soon. So peace out, y'all, for tonight, and talk to you later. Later, y'all.